Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Oakley dokley. First of all, I just want to acknowledge that the Colombian Electoral Commission or Board or whatever it's called has declared for Della Espriella, so I'm hoping that that he can help going forward. As I said, he's very much in the likes of the El Salvadorian guy, so I'm hoping that they don't come to regret the decision there. Okay, what else? I just want to point out to, and as I split the deck literally straight off the top, I've got the regret card, the Five of Cups. So I hope they don't come to regret it. A couple of really big quakes, Venezuela and Japan, over 7 pointers. Please, please, please take care out there. If you are in a known quake zone, especially around that ring of fire, around the Pacific, have your go bags ready and just be aware. And often what will happen is in the moments before, pets and birds will act strangely. So just be aware and stay safe and look after yourselves. Okay, what am I going to have a look at? I'm using the Trip and Wait Extras deck, which means I'm doing a health reading. But the reason why I'm doing a health reading is I was getting yesterday in regards to the information that came out about the Retatrutide drug that an alleged 79-year-old, one-off case, special condition, got contacts, etc., is on. I got a real feeling, and it's being touted as a weight loss drug. I was getting that it's got nothing to do with actual weight loss. Now, one reason being, if you remember, what's it called, Petic or whatever it's called, the injectable one that everybody's going on, that was actually originally a one for type 2 diabetes. So, and I've done some of my cards upside down. I'll just pause you while I fix that. Hang on. Sorry about that, I wasn't concentrating, and those that know me know that I don't read upside down, so I just accidentally grabbed the deck and poker shuffled them together incorrectly. So I'll just bring you down a little bit so that you can see me poker shuffling and understand how I do it. The drug itself. So what's come out is the leak, 3 leaks. 3 different people who thought it was important enough to let the media know came out and let the media know anonymously that there was this 79-year-old in April, so we know who was 79 in April, with pulmonary hypertension, so we all know what that is as well, and they were being granted this drug. Now, as I said, when I saw it yesterday, I got a real feel that it's not to do with the weight loss. So I've been doing some research this morning, and I found this morning, let's see if I can find where I've got it, where I've put it. Right, I did a Google search for what Retatrutide, what else it can be for. And I came up with an article from 2025 in pmc.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. So it's a paper written on behalf of the medical community. And so I had a bit of a read of that, and yes, it can be used for, this is from 2025, can be used for weight loss and the use in type 2 diabetes. But the bit that really caught my attention was a paragraph that it increases glucose secretion from the liver between meals, reducing appetite, decreases gastrointestinal mobility, so the rate at which the food passes through, increases lipolysis and fatty acid oxidation by the liver. And I went, oh, okay. So this was from 2024, because I've been picking up for a long time that he's got a fatty liver, and he's actually got liver cancer from a fatty liver. And you don't need to be an alcoholic to have a fatty liver. It can be caused by eating the wrong sorts of fatty foods and from drinking diet soda, etc. So I did a quick Google search and Googled, what else does Retatrutide treat? Now, the AI overview came up and it says primarily developed to treat obesity and type 2 diabetes however, because it is a triple G agonist, I'm not sure what that means, targeting different receptors, it's shown significant promise in treating a variety of other weight-related or metabolic conditions. Conditions currently being evaluated in its clinical trials, because a lot of us have got that he's been doing this experimental drugs. Conditions being evaluated in the clinical trials: non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, number 1. Obstructive sleep apnea, number 2. Knee osteoarthritis, yeah, whatever. But number 4 is cardiovascular and kidney markers in regards to blood pressure and diabetic kidney disease. So Denise Knight's been getting the kidneys, I've been getting the liver. But the fact that number 1, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So I've really been getting the abdominal swelling. They're taking fluids off. I knew someone who has since passed who never drank, came from a family of alcoholics, never touched alcohol, but by crikey, they would put some soda away and you know, pour cream on their Cocoa Pops and things like that. And they ended up having cirrhosis of the liver and liver cancer and fatty liver, etc., all related, and ended up having to literally every 6 weeks, if not more often, having litres of fluid taken off their belly, off their stomach, because the liver the liver and kidneys couldn't process it. And I think that's what's happening with his distended liver, distended abdomen. Now, I want to have a look at this. Now, yeah, I've got half of them upside down again because I wasn't concentrating. But if I have a look at when I split the deck, we've got the Queen of Cups, keeping something under wraps, keeping something hidden in regards to fluid, and the Three of Swords. And as I said when I started talking about it, it's what else does it relate to? Shows improvement in blood pressure and indicators of diabetic kidney disease, also pre-diabetes, etc. But the big ones, the cardiovascular and kidney markers, pulmonary hypertension and kidneys, and the liver. So yeah, keeping something under wraps in regards to the fluid. And then we've got the vascular issue here with the Two of Wands. Okay, what else have I got as I pick up the next slot? Trying to decide what to do next. And literally at a specialist's crossroad. And then we've got go to the light, the Judgment card. Okay, anyone watching Hogarth's live this morning? I missed the beginning and I missed the end of it due to various reasons. But oh gosh, splitting the deck. When Hogarth read on Mitch McConnell, is he still upright? Got a big no. Just pointing that out, big no. And when they flick through the Bard, the William Shakespeare book, it came up with the title page, but the title page was digging a grave. Now, remember that I'm just going to point out, so there has been a statement made that Mitch will be back at work in another week or so. claiming that the staff are working with him. You know, it's a statement. There's no actual Mitch seen. Remember Kay Granger, the rep from Texas, the GOP rep from Texas that was MIA for 6 months and found in a dementia ward in a nursing home? Yeah, the staff kept doing the work, but there was no Kay Granger behind it. And then you've also currently got Tom Keane from New Jersey, who's been missing since the 5th of March, so 3.5 months, claiming he's going to be back at work by the end of the month as well. But nobody's seen him, and his neighbours are saying there's nobody at the house either, and his wife is now missing. So I'm a bit dubious if Mitch walks down the Congress aisle or is wheeled in his wheelchair and actually is physically seen breathing, then I might reconsider it. But just be aware of that with Mitch. But I want to have a look at, am I right? Because what have I got? I've got the 5 of Pentacles. I'm not talking about Mitch here. I'm talking about the orange idiot. His house, it's down for the count and out. And you've got the Fool card, literally heading off the cliff. He's not there yet. I believe he did a 30. Well, okay, what happened today? Yesterday, the Senate basically said no war, get out of there, nothing left. Shady's flown home rapidly, pretty much after the Persians said, talk to the hand. Shady came back and apparently he was on his wife's podcast. Why the second lady of the US has a podcast, I have no idea. And that was really weird. And actually, if you have a look at that, him on there, he's sort of all chummy with her, as like good friends would be. She's there, apparently about to drop the bundle any day now. But other than the tum at 40 something, she doesn't look pregnant. There's no swelling around her ankles or legs or feet or anything like that. She's still in the high-heeled shoes. There's no swelling around the face. Now, not everybody swells. Get me, I'm not saying that but there's, aside from a bump there, there is absolutely no indicator. She doesn't look tired. She doesn't look, there's just no indicator that she's actually expecting any day now. Okay, but I want to have a look at this Retatrutide drug. Now, again, I've ended, oh gosh, there's that judgment card again. Again, I've ended up with, cards all over the upside down. What I'll do, instead of pausing to fix them, I'll just merrily go on my way. And, the Senate said, no, get out of there. Apparently this morning, out of a fit of pique, a little tantrum, he refused to sign a bipartisan deal in regards to housing affordability, just being petty. You give me what I want or I'm not going to blah, 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 blah. He did that via social media. Apparently there was a huge argument over the Senate lunch. John Thune has come out and said it was largely a one-sided conversation, but apparently the orange idiot was going off so loudly that people in the hallway could hear him. He was pretty fired up on a couple of issues, etc., etc. And then I believe the state fair is underway in the mall or mall or however you like to pronounce that. The National Mall, we call it mall, some call it mall. He did a barely 30-minute speech after supposedly being the headline act. And then he's, what else have we got here? And then he's pretty much, the only thing on his schedule for tomorrow is a meeting with Mikey Johnson. And I'm pretty much sure the meeting with Mikey Johnson is going to be make it happen. Don't know that Mikey Johnson can, but anyhow, I think Mikey's going to be read Mikey of the Little Johnson is going to be read the Riot Act. Okay, so let's have a look. This Retatrutide drug. Is the felon on it? And if so, is it the felon? Allegedly, entertainment only. And if so, what do we need to know about it? Such a fat deck. I'm dropping a few and I'm just having a look at my guides again. Nah. Okay, so let's have a look. What do we need to know about this? You did want that one. They threw that one out with a force. Okay. Now, I also want to point out, check out Heather Ashley and Alan Parness, etc. on Substack. There's a lot of information coming out about EPS as well. And I have a comment about, I'm going to do a video about something to do with that as well. So, but come on down. We're looking at Retatrutide and the felon. Right. Some sort of announcement coming from the White House, a rah, 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 rah that nobody's believing. Apparently they're denying he's on it at all, but I don't think anyone's believing it. The challenge is it's very much a medical nightmare. They are getting increasingly limited in what they can treat them with. And it's almost like a cascade of failure is starting to happen. So they're trying anything, but it's almost like this with those 9 swords, they're all dripping down into each other. It's almost like a cascade of failure is the challenge there. Okay, the foundation is the tower. The energy that it's stewing in is an underwater tower. So again, this is the fluid. I keep getting the liver with the fluid, and they're having to take it off. So yeah, the tower, there's not a lot they can do other than take the fluid off. Okay, in the past we've got the 9 of Cups. It's it's a water card. Very much be careful what you wish for. There's almost this rub the magic lantern and bring out the genie with the grant the wishes, but I don't think it's working. It's almost like this treatment is causing something else, it's like everything is just melding in. Okay, so let's see where this goes. Crowning the reading, we've got the 3 of Cups, another cup card, the spilt blood, the circling of the wagons. But I can't, I'm just looking at the fluid spillage there. Working around the clock perhaps. Okay, let's see where we go. The immediate future, the lies, the 5 of Swords, this is challenge, it's not working anymore. Having to walk away from this treatment. Again, experimental, again, looking for miracles with this genie in the lantern here, demanding that it works, but it's starting to fail, and just head and hands, really drawn to that figure in the background there, head and hands. There's nothing else we can do. They are very rapidly reaching the limit of what they can do. There might be some suggestions of perhaps another couple of treatments, or he may have 2 more treatments of this. I gather it's a weekly injection. So that might be 2 more treatments of this particular product, which takes us to beyond the full moon, the 3rd full moon. But it's just no. Okay, the backup is up against the wall with the 9 of Wands. Now, as Denise Knight pointed out the other day, I often say the 10 is the final card. The 10 is the wrap-up card. She says the 9 is the final card in the process before it all collapses. Now, what have I got? 1, 2, 3 9s. 3 9s there. It is literally imminent. Back up against the wall. Nothing else that can be done. You've got the 3 of Pentacles here, the working behind the scenes, trying to work out what else they can do under cover of darkness. And again, Pentacles are about health. So, consulting, looking at other options. You've got here the Apprentice here. So this is there any other experimental treatment we can try? The Hopes and Fears, the Queen of Wands. Is that Susie Wiles or some sort of announcement that's not being made, but we know what's going on? Queens for me are something that happens behind the scenes, action happening behind the scenes, trying to work out the wording behind the scenes. Kings for me are the external doing. It's not working anymore. None of it is working anymore with that 6 of Pentacles. These are all the treatments that are being doled out, but the body itself is potentially finding itself malnourished, not able to get what it needs to sustain itself. And see you later. 6 of Swords. The Knight of Swords, a harsh truth. Could be heading somewhere else for treatment. This could be to Walter Reed, I don't know, or it could be overseas, because here's this harsh truth coming forward, but it's not going to make any difference with the Hanged Man. And then we've got the Tower, another Tower. The mixed decks, they've got more than, the Tower and the 10 of Swords. So I'm going to say, yeah, he's on it. I think he's got 2 more cycles, 2 more treatments, 10 of Swords and the Devil. The Devil will have its due. The Devil always needs to be paid. Oh, look what's on the bottom again, that 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. The 2 of Pentacles, they might try and spin it for a while, but then you've got the Devil again. The Devil will have his due. Okay. So yeah, I think he's on this as an experimental drug, not for weight loss. I think he's on it for the liver and the kidney dysfunction. Okay. How's it going to play out? Okay, I'm going to pop those aside and I'm going to grab the Tarot Grand Lux. How is this going to play out? Oh, there's the 3 of Swords on the bottom. Again, vascular issues. It's almost like they keep pumping him with stuff and the body just can't cope with it anymore. Okay. How's this going to play out? 97-year-old with contacts and pulmonary hypertension, liver issues. Let's have a look. How long? How long? I mean, going off as Nana at the Senate won't help him. How long? I also noticed the tempers get really short. Spotty, my dog, my white dog, I've shut the door so he won't be coming in today because my daughter's home. I was giving him a cuddle yesterday and I could feel under his armpit, he's got swelling under his armpit now. So it does mean that, 1 to 4 months for Spotty dog. His tolerance is getting very short. Literally, if the cat walks past him unexpectedly, and he doesn't make contact, he doesn't try to have a go at the cat, but he does have a sort of a yelp snap thing happening because his tolerance is getting low. Still enjoying life, still eating, still drinking, still loving going for his walks, still able to toilet himself, go in and out the dog door, etc. Loves his cuddles, but just putting it out there. The tempers, the ability to control. Okay, when? Guess what card turned up? The full moon. The full moon followed by the Ace of Pentacles. So the full moon and a huge yes card for me. And if you want another yes card, guess what was on the top? The Sun card. So after this next full moon, what's that, the 29th, the Sun card, the High Priestess. I'll probably keep it hidden for a while. And there's that Queen of Wands again with the King of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, and there's that Six of Swords. Six of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So getting moved somewhere, and they're desperately trying to work something out behind the scenes without letting the public know. So do not be surprised if he goes MIA for a bit. And there's the Page of Pentacles, trying to keep control of the narrative, but the Ten of Coins, literally this last coin, last gasp. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. See what next week brings, because next week is July. Might be doing a Mitch, a Granger, and a Keen. We'll have to see how it plays out. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.